Happy New Year! Welcome to 2023. Last year, I did Nanny Industry predictions for 2022. You can check it out up there if you want to see how I did. I think I did pretty well and predicted what was going to happen in 2022. So we're going to do that again this year. If we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. I create videos to help show everyone the standards for the nanny industry. Let's get right to my predictions. The first thing I think we're going to see is a bit of a market cooling. That's because during COVID, people obviously needed lots of nannies in their home because potentially wasn't safe to send their children to daycare or to school. Schools were closed, daycares were closed, so nannies became the hot new item. Well, of course, like last year, this is going to continue. Those families have now gone back to daycare. Obviously, school has been open and successful for the last year. That's going to continue. So less families are going to need nannies moving forward. On the side of the economy and a potential recession, there is the potential for families to start being laid off of their jobs. So moms and dads are going to get laid off potentially from their positions. We're already seeing it a lot in big companies like Amazon, Shopify, Tesla. There's lots of layoffs happening, and that's going to continue into 2023. So some of the parents nannies are working for are going to be laid off, which means they're also going to be laid off. We saw this happen in 2008 during the recession at that time, and things bounced back pretty quickly, and nannies who were indispensable to the families kept their jobs. So that's something as a nanny to think about now is how can I be indispensable to the family so that no matter what happens, they feel that they cannot live without me. Of course, in Canada, that's where we are. Mortgage rates are going up. I know it's happening in the US too, but mortgages work a little different there. Because mortgages rates are going up, because people's cost to pay back their mortgage is higher, because groceries are higher, families are going to be tighter with their money because so much of it's going out to other things, and they may not have the money to pay their nannies. Of course, all this said, the high net worth families will still always be around. And that's why it's important for the nannies to get their education, get their experience, put their nanny portfolios together. So really, these are the families during this time that still hire and retain their nannies during recessions and tough times. Like last year, because of the economy and because of what's about to happen, we'll see a bit of a cooling of nannies' wages. They got really high during COVID because there is so much of a demand for nannies. But I think over the next 12 months, we're going to see a bit of a cooling. I don't see us going back to pre-COVID numbers. Where I live, that would be under, between 20 and 25 an hour. I don't see it going back to that, but I also don't see it continuing to raise like it has in the last 3 years. We saw astronomical raises in nanny wages, which I think was called for, and it brought nannies up to where they should be paid. But that's not going to keep going. We're going to see a bit of a cooling or a stabilizing of nanny rates. And as much as there's layoffs coming, there's also going to be a labor shortage. We're seeing that in the nanny industry. We're seeing that in other industries. There's a labor shortage for really good quality people. So the important thing as a nanny is to position yourself as the best and quality. And as a family, if you have a fantastic nanny, now is the time to hold on to them because you might not get someone quite as good again. And another one of the great things that's come out during COVID is offering nannies benefits. This is new, at least in Canada, and it's starting to be standard when families offer nannies positions to also offer them extended benefit plans. We have a plan that we're working with a company, Livelihood, to provide extended medical to nannies when they're hired with these families, and we'll continue to do that. And I only see this growing moving forward. So this is a huge benefit for nannies in Canada, and I'm really excited to see this continue into the future. Have you seen anything, or do you see anything that's going to happen in the nanny industry in 2023? I'd love to hear your predictions down below. And in 2024, we'll see if I was right. Have a great week.